Hey guys, Cruel Blonde Wave, I'm Eric.
I'm Calvin.
Aaron.
And we're here to check out Arcane Season 2, Episode 3.
Well,
Yeah, we are. It's alright.
well.
Unfortunately, we already have done this and we lost our footage, so you're not going to be able to get that reaction. Except we have Aiden, our editor, who has taken our security footage and found a way to get you this episode. All right, he's worked really hard, and I want you guys to let him know down in the comments. Aiden, thank you so much. And now, let's look at Aiden's work.
Hey guys, good blonde way back. I'm Aaron.
I'm Calvin. It just really lights up my face.
Yeah. Oh,
Good.
you're
That's
all
crazy.
pinky. Eric, your face looks really red next to that.
My face is always red.
Cap, back with Arcane. Where last time in Arcane, we've gone down into the Undercity.
Yep.
Kim Barons are warring.
Yep. One of
Our
them's surely dead.
I don't know, enforcers are searching
Yep.
and enforcing.
Yep.
And Viktor is healing.
He's healing somebody. Yeah.
Or healing himself.
Or spreading his protomolecule plague kind of thing.
Also, the tree got some weird goo.
Sure, you got some weird.
Ah!
They call it the Grey.
The gray. That's what they do. Okay. Okay, so they're using the secret tunnels to get in and hide their operations. So cool. This sequence is so fun. Cyberpunk. I love it. Like a new intro? It should be like a new intro. Awesome, dude. Oh, you had to do that. Thank you. We just started here. I would have been doing it. What? It's the one dude, huh? Oh. These little children? Oh, it's good. It's little kids.
So she took that guy that they didn't kill, tied him upside down.
She was headed towards the old tunnels. Something about rerouting the fence.
Send the gray up to the.
This is it.
Yeah.
So tell me, Amara, what does a member of Piltover's Merchant Guild want from me?
Ooh.
We know what you're chasing in Piltover. We will not allow it.
Try to stop me, insolent witch!
Good room to get attacked in.
Her disappearance won't go unnoticed for long.
It's worse than that.
Need to have it like flat on the bottom too. Yeah, damn it. I'll get you back. No.
Are you sure your right sister is gone?
There's only Jinx now. Everyone in my life has changed. Promise me you won't change.
Well, I can use that hand. Grab a hold. What? The back of the neck. Ah!
Out. Perhaps if you hadn't let a child overpower you in your own chamber.
It's not the girl. It's the name.
Rally every house and family with even a modicum of influence. Can you manage that?
What did she want?
I don't know. They kicked me out before I could hear any of it.
We both know you heard every word.
Its name is Shimmer. Leaves traces on the body. That should be all you need to shut Sallow down.
Cracked it open.
What's the difference between those and wild runes?
Pass me a tome. So I used words you understood in order to elicit your action. Pass me a tome. There, you sighed. Something raw, natural. That's wild runes.
Every action sparks a reaction. Oh, ball sockets.
Do you think this could actually be a result of... And why would it appear on a tree? Deep under ground.
It's like 2D and volumetric at the same time. It's really cool.
It seems they've managed to strip your mother of most of her holdings.
She's desperate.
The entire structure is a channel, focusing the Hextech energy into a precise beam.
So the hex gates start way below ground. Yes. Interesting. That's why it's affecting the tree that's also underground. It's also way underground. Are we further underground than the tree then? We must be. Jayce was here.
If you see an opening, take the shot.
How do you know so much about its design?
Read what I could, deduced what I couldn't.
Kind of like Echo Jayce. Mel. You're somewhere else now. Cool.
Jayce!
Finally got the name right.
Not calling her powder.
Never thought my sister would turn bluebelly.
Done pretending you're my sister. You're not. You killed her. I'm not gonna let you stain her memory anymore.
Damn.
Stop.
I'm sorry.
Reflection.
I'm sorry too.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
He's got a gun. Yeah. I keep going here. Great things back and forth. I get upset and immediately happy.
I have no idea what that is.
Oh no. Jayce, I don't think you should. Did it change its hammer? It was. It activated its hammer, I think. I think Hextech is just fucking up. Because the Hex core is like going crazy now. This is good. Step between mirrors! In the bathroom!
What have we done?
Oh, the mage. Yeah, so. Oh, damn, okay. A finger. Shit.
I'm glad it's you. Had to be you.
Get away from her! Kate, move! Scram, Kate! Kate! She's a child!
We doing?
Oh, no, this isn't how it's supposed to.
This, the gray? Yeah, the gray. Yeah. Shit, it's a chain reaction. No! Everything's gonna be just fine. Get out of there.
the shot.
That was a kid. What have you missed?
I wasn't going to miss. It's her blood in your veins. Then why are you the one acting like her?
Maybe I was thinking she was different.
Alora, what's wrong?
Is this the witches again? Yeah, it's the witches. Oh fuck.
Well, there's no gas up here. It's just like a big giant color explosion.
Good evening. Wrath must be met with wrath. Appoint a general to lead until this threat is vanquished. A pillar of your community, whose house has always stood for progress. Who may consider my Caitlyn Karaman.
Yeah.
Vengeance for your son.
Saw her. Yeah.
Your mother will have justice. I swear it.
Collar again. So fucking crazy. What's that thing?
Aaron. Huh? What? Huh? What? Oh, this is Arcane. We're watching Arcane.
Oh!
It just ended.
Oh, okay. Huh? Okay. Ambessa's villainhood shot up to 10 for me this episode. I loved it. Yeah, I loved it. It was really good. Yeah. It makes me like she was a villain before. Yeah. But it makes you think, like, are these red mage people, like, are they actually bad? Or maybe they'll be good?
Like if she's bad, how bad are they?
Yeah.
Or are they good trying to stop her from doing
Or
that?
at the very least, like, we could use some help.
What's the feud that they mentioned?
I don't know.
Right?
I don't know. That's what the one girl said, right? In Black Rose.
Where did they take Mel?
They kidnapped her.
Is it for good or bad? Is it to get Ambessa? Are they going to kill her? I don't know.
It's probably to, like, hey, don't be, like, messing with other...
Your mom
sucks.
sucks. So, Mel's brother rules back home, and it seems like her mother has been stripped of resources and titles, so she's not very popular where she's from right now, huh?
Who rules back home?
The Mel's brother? Wasn't he sitting on the throne?
I thought he was dead.
Yeah, he's dead.
Okay. So he used to rule. Yeah, that's right. In season 1, didn't she come back to get Mel and bring her home? Yeah.
That's what she wanted, yeah.
But
So
then
then
we
she
also
would have a
have
connection to the throne still, I guess.
But we also have the extra information that she's not very popular back home. Okay.
I mean, if she were popular back home, why is she here?
And now things have followed her. Yeah. We will not allow you to take it, is what the Amara lady said.
When was the picture? It was somewhere in the first scene. I thought it looked like Ambessa sitting on that throne. Did it not?
No,
It looked similar, but it was like a younger man.
I thought it was younger, male, and then it felt like there was a spot where Ambessa would be, like if she were popular. Like there was like an empty spot.
So Ambessa wasn't in the picture at all?
No.
That's what it seemed like.
But I might be spilling a gas.
Like it looked like there was like advisors and generals and.
So that's not her on that throne?
I think that's the brother.
Is that not the brother on the right?
Maybe that's the brother on the right, I guess. Yeah.
Like, I thought it was
Sure. Yeah.
Ambessa in the middle,
Yeah.
the husband or advisor or something. And then, like, I thought that was little Mel,
That's
and
little
I thought
Mel.
that was the
Yeah.
brother on the right.
I guess that makes more sense. I thought that person was sitting. I thought those two people were sitting, and that was like
I thought like
someone else.
there
that's
behind where the blade was a marked absence, so I was filling in the gaps from there, which
That's,
is foundationally incorrect.
Gotcha, yeah. So Ambessa is the leader, but I'm assuming the brother was maybe meant to take the throne or something like that.
Yeah.
And then they
But he died.
killed him,
Yeah.
and then they covered their tracks.
You have no idea what family means to me.
So what feud? Like feuds normally follow family lines, right? Like Hatfield McCoy's, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like, were the Black Rose hired assassins by the other family feud, or does she have a feud with a League of Assassins?
And then the witch said, "You will not get. I know what you're chasing in Piltover. You will not be allowed to take it."
Yeah.
Which I wonder if that's related to like the Hex Tech
The
stuff,
Arcane.
if it's related to the Shimmer stuff. Like,
Yeah.
why does she want so badly to go to war down below? Well, we now know that there's this Hex Tech Arcane Gate thing is feeding deep down below into the underground.
Yeah.
Gate.
Right?
And with wild runes, they kind of like naturally form, and thus it's evolving.
Maybe, yeah. We never really followed back up on Jayce, Heimer, and Echo, right?
No,
after they touched it.
Whatever the
Not after he touched it, and it
Yeah.
started like.
And then all the weapons
the
kind of.
hex stuff started like vibrating.
Like, well, he touched it, like, then all the weapons stopped doing it. Like, I don't think any others
Yeah.
did it for the rest of the episode.
Oh, I thought he like touched it and like he pulled his hand back, and that's when everything like started like shaking around and stuff.
Yeah, and then we cut back to him, and then there was like a whole bunch of Jayces, and Echo and them were like doing weird shit.
So did that happen?
And then I thought
like-
he touched it again, and then it did something else. And then I don't think we did another Hex Tech. And then the explosion happened, and all the color stuff happened
Yeah.
too. That's
They weren't there in the room when everything like went back to like calm, right? Like that room, it was like
It was like
boom. It was all like weird and like with the orb thing, and then it
Yeah.
changed back to like the white room with the console thing.
yeah, they weren't there.
Yeah.
But like he touched it, and everything freaked out. But then he touched it again, and I think everything stopped. But I don't know what it all did.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think it just kind of stops, and then
And
they
then
blow
this
the
whole
thing,
scene
and
and
it just
everything.
kind of continues on. We never go back to
And the
Jayce
powder
or Heimer
paint.
or any of that.
Yeah.
It's like I don't know
They're
what happened.
disappeared.
So he sees
They're in the hex core.
He sees a vision of the time the mage saves him, and then he takes his hammer and attacks it, and then
I mean, all that could be happening at the same time.
yeah, you know, I kind of respect like they're in a fight like with these weapons, and their weapon just starts like glitching out, and just like deal with that later. Just keep fighting, you know.
Sure.
Yeah. Now I do think that there was a time when it looked like one of the little balls fell out of one of the weapons.
It did.
So
yeah.
if that's her gauntlets, maybe that's why her gun kept doing weird stuff. That's why her gauntlets at the time wasn't doing anything. I don't know, but
Maybe.
I'm not sure why. And like, were the weapons of the other guys freaking out?
Probably.
Because like they were up on the surface and no one was like throwing this gun. You
Yeah.
know, like I just wonder.
Maybe it's like a proximity thing because this is like so.
Sure, there was like a
Like below the
there was like a
surface.
legend of where they were, right?
Yeah.
And what this place was.
Maybe if you're actively using them, it was doing it. Like if I didn't have my flashlight on, it wouldn't. It wouldn't do it. But if I had it turned on, it would.
Yeah, it's not gonna do this
Yeah.
if it's not on.
Exactly.
Also, it was interesting that I don't know. I wonder what Jinx was after, or what she wanted, because whenever the other girl started to blow up the thing, like she was like, "This isn't how it's supposed to." Like,
Yeah.
and she was like,
What she wanted.
"Yeah, like it wasn't supposed to happen like this kind of thing." But what was supposed to happen, or was it meant to be a fight with like a big threat, and then someone finally kills her?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Because she said about like I make myself an orphan all the time. Like it seems like she doesn't like herself either.
It kind of seemed like she wanted Vi to stop her here. Like,
Sure.
She was like, she was just giving in. It's like, I'm glad it's you.
Yeah.
It's like
Do
it's
it.
got to be a bit of a fight, but then it's like suicide by cop kind of
Yeah.
idea, right? Like I know all the bad things I've done. These enforcers are coming to get me. They need to finish
And then it was like, it was like almost a metaphorical. Her own young sisterhood saved her with this whoever this girl is that she found in the sewer. That
Little street
feels
urchin.
some type of kinship just because you protected me, which is how Powder feels about Vi.
It's like a Silco thing
Yeah.
too, though. I think, right?
Yeah.
And Silco, of course.
Because Silco like saved Powder.
Yeah, and it just literally got in the way, and Kate just being like, I wouldn't have hit it, you know. I'd have been fine. I felt like her trying to self-justify what she did was a little flat in her face.
I mean, she took a shot and hit that gun and saved everybody. So maybe not. Maybe she wouldn't have missed anything. You know?
Maybe, but it seems accidents happen.
Well, she didn't complain about taking that shot.
Sure.
You know.
Yeah.
It's like that was dangerous. How could you take that shot? Like she didn't do that because that saved her life.
Sure.
Know?
Yeah.
That little kid could have killed her.
Yeah.
So I mean, I don't know. Yes and no. Perhaps they're both right.
I'm on one side.
The side of
don't fire down the lane where there's a child.
But she already did it once.
Mm-hmm.
It saved lives.
You did. Yeah, I get you.
Like, that's what I'm saying. Like maybe it's not wrong to save
what I would say
lives from the situation.
Sure, and I would say like there's definitely like a lot of conversation to have after that.
Sure.
The falling down in the place on the flat on their face moment is after that when she's just like, I thought you were different. And it's like that. I don't know how that's a response to what she's talking about.
Like your blood is in, or her blood is in your veins.
It's like I wasn't doing that because I secretly still love my sister. I was doing that because you could have killed this child. You could say like I wouldn't have missed or whatever, but then she like to come back and say, and thus that's an example of you picking the other side is kind of wild to me.
Well, she did before the child showed up, right?
Sure.
Like there was the whole conversation of like we need to take her out, no hesitation, all that kind of stuff, and then she stopped. And I think also like Caitlyn has that aspect of every time we do this, and I trust you that we're going to stop this like monster from killing people because that's what she keeps doing.
Yeah.
You stop us from stopping this monster from killing people.
Yeah.
And then because you didn't do that, and then you didn't let me shoot,
yeah.
we now have whatever happened, whatever it is that she did,
sure,
that caused that other explosion. I don't know what it did. That was the one thing too. I thought it was like releasing the gas at first.
I thought it was too.
But I thought it was like adding these colors where it's like putting her own mark in it. But I'm not really sure what it did.
Yeah.
But if that was going to kill thousands of people, maybe you should take a shot to stop it all. I don't know.
Maybe. But this conversation, I think, it would be more valuable than what happened, which was to accuse her of that, in my opinion.
Well, I think we also don't have the.
You guys are talking about it dispassionately.
Yeah. Whereas they both have.
They don't have that advantage.
There's one who lost their mom directly from her. There's the other one where it's her sister and whatnot. Like there is that passion they both have for it. So
yeah, I mean I get what you mean. I think I can criticize just the moment, but still understand it. Like it can make internal sense for the characters. We kind of set up like, hey, I don't want to do this because I want to be able to consider the people that live down in the lower city. And Kate's being like, oh, we won't go too far, but in this situation, she like is being judged for considering a child of the lower cities, thing. It just seems like a strange thing to expect her to be okay with, barring the conversations they've had before about it.
Sure, I guess so. What about the conversation of making sure we take out Vi, though? Like, is that not also an expectation that should be taken into
maybe
account?
As I'm sneaking up to Vi, being like, what are the limits here? Are we like saying like if it kills people, like we're just going to do it, or do we have like I don't know, we talked about it a little bit before.
Wait, what do you mean?
You can have a conversation as you're getting to a place about how far you're willing to take that.
Sure.
Like,
I guess.
I'll blow up the city, but Vi dies. Obviously, I wouldn't do that.
Sure.
I'll blow up 10 people, but Vi dies. I might do that.
Sure.
I'll kill Vi, but a baby dies.
I think there's also like a difference in what they're arguing about in that moment of like the thing of being like, I thought you were different, I think is related to, I thought we were taking out Vi and stopping this.
Yeah.
While she's like, you were going to shoot a child.
Yeah.
Like, I think there's literally two different things, because like Vi stopped from stopping Vi.
Yeah.
Or stopping Jinx and didn't do it. Whereas the other situation was a kid then interfered after Vi stopped, not killing Jinx. I think Caitlyn's like, I thought you were different, but you have her blood in your veins and you'll never change.
Yeah.
She's like, but you were going to kill a kid, and I think that's too far. I think both of those are true. And I think both are arguing those points there.
Wait, you think their own viewpoints.
Okay, from their own viewpoints, sure.
Yeah. Okay. Not that Caitlyn, I really wanted to shoot at that kid. She's frustrated that Vi didn't follow through on what they
If Vi would have done what she was going to do, she wouldn't have had to take a chance at shooting at a child. I think that's where it's at. Not like Caitlyn's like, I wish I could shoot more kids. I don't think that's a thing. Or anything. That's why I was like, I think both can be true there.
Vi's upset with Caitlyn for seemingly going too far and shooting towards a kid, whereas Caitlyn is upset with Vi for not going far enough and finishing the job that they came here to do.
Yeah. Like, the fight was there. She was on the table. Before that kid interfered, like, Jinx gave up and she could have done it, but she hesitated and stopped, which is what she's done in the past already, too. I think that's what Caitlyn was upset about. Not the fact that she didn't let her shoot at a kid. I think that was like, that was the next step because of what you did.
Yeah.
I think.
And that stuck in Vi's mind, but what Vi didn't do is stuck in Caitlyn's mind.
Yeah. And I think, like, you know, they're both right with a lot of that, where it's like, you're the one acting more like her than me, and I'm like, I get that. Because Jinx is willing to, like, for whatever she's trying to get, it doesn't matter what the consequences are.
Yeah. Sure.
And, like, at that point, it got to the point where it's like, Caitlyn's like, I will take that shot. But just before that, she literally took a shot at the same 3 people and saved someone's life. And I'm like, why doesn't Vi complain about that shot? You shouldn't have even taken that shot. You know, she didn't do that. So, I don't know. There's a little bit of hypocrisy, I think, in that there, too. But that's because one has already happened, and one was a what if. You know?
Sure.
Here's a what did happen versus what if what happens.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. But, I love the fight. The fight was a lot of fun.
It was cool.
I don't know how all the X-Tech stuff is working, what's operating. We didn't go back to Viktor at all. Like, did he flip out?
I don't know.
I would imagine he would flip out more than anybody.
Right? Who's to say Viktor is still Viktor and not just like an imitation by the Hex Core? You know?
Oh, I see what you mean. Like the Hex Core made like a duplicate of him or something like
Yeah.
that? Or
it's like, I can't fix him, but I can pretend to be him.
Right, I can take over his body, and
Yeah.
he's already dead, I'm just going to be inside of him.
It's like, what did he want to do with this technology that I am? Well, he wanted to help people. He wanted to fix people. Okay, I'm going to go down and fix people.
Yeah.
I don't know.
There's actually some really, I'm not saying this is true, but there's some really interesting hypothesis in the realm of abiogenesis, which is like the beginnings of life. And some of the hypotheses that they're testing are self-assembling proteins.
Mm-hmm.
Like they found these things on asteroids and stuff like that. And like some of the ideas is like, no, this kind of naturally forms, and we don't know why, but it does. So when I'm looking at the wild runes and how they kind of naturally form into things that can be used, it kind of reminds me of that.
I know that they've concluded absolutely, like, there's only a certain level of complexity that molecules can be assembled from. Like, it takes more complex molecules to assemble simple molecules into more complex ones than, like, you can't just start with, like, oxygen and hydrogen and end up with, like, a complex protein. Like, there has to be something more complex than a atom of water to then create those things into something else.
Again, it took far longer for us to go from like, single cell to multi-cell than it did multi-cell did this crazy shit.
Yeah.
Like dinosaurs and stuff, you know?
Like, there's a threshold of chemicals and stuff that can be produced.
But I like that idea in the magic system as well. Like, you know, who wrote these rules, or do these rules just, like, are they patterns that we find?
Sure.
You know?
Are they naturally occurring rules?
Yeah,
or,
right.
Or, like, did someone kind of create this by doing stuff?
Yeah. Some cool stuff.
Yeah. And that's the first 3 episodes. Like, that's that.
Yeah, it
that's
is.
the first arc that they put out.
Yeah.
Very intrigued on the Red Witches, because I loved the, like, pocket dimension galaxy mist, where, like, you could see, it was almost as if you were looking into a mirror or a window or something. It wasn't moving in relation to the other parts of the scene.
Yeah.
Loved it.
I like how their magic is like thorny, black wispy fingers, but like rose thorns.
Yeah,
that's a cool.
I'm not
motif.
I'm not familiar with League of Legends, but I was instantly thinking of the Red Witch lady from the D&D movie we watched last year, where she was like a red mage or whatever.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
But right now, I don't know what the outcome for Mel,
Jayce,
Heimer, or Echo is going to be.
Yeah.
I feel like all 3 of them are the ones, and I guess Laura, is that her name?
Yeah, Laura was taken.
Like those 5 all just vanished, and I don't know why. I don't know where they are. I don't know what to expect.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, me either.
Don't know what's going on with Viktor.
And everybody that was watching this live had to wait a week.
Yep.
Just like us.
Yep.
A week. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Why is that not blinking?
hopefully it did that thing where it just signed to shut off. Or
yeah, like it didn't get swapped out, but the camera itself still running.
Yep. Hope and pray.
I'm quite certain it was running before, right? Not running.
It's not running. How long has it not been running?
We surely were running before, right?
I hope so.
It wasn't. Guys, thank you so much for watching. We hope you enjoyed the reaction. We won't have this issue next time, so hit the subscribe button for Arcane episode 4. We're excited for the next episode. This episode was so good.
It was.
So excited. Arcane's been a lot of fun. Animation's been great.
Fantastic.
What's gonna happen?
Intrigue.
Subscribe and join us. Rest of the Court.
Thank you, Aiden.